Hello there. This week we're building the Shrieking Shack. It's a set I had to get, but I have to admit it was only on the basis of using VIP points and the fact that it was missing from my Hogsmeade setup. I did really enjoy building the set, and it's got some great features and minifigures, but despite it visually being a brilliant set, there are some real disadvantages to this set compared to the other Hogsmeade set, and all of them relate to the price tag or value for money of the set. The first three minifigures are the obvious ones, although we all have plenty of duplicates of these characters in our collections, even if they are only slight variations. These three are all great though, and we get their animal counterparts, which is great. Although Sirius is now missing leg printing, which I'm sure we've had before in other smaller sets. Also, Wormtail's hair has never really been right. Lupin's figure is posable on this main play feature of the set, which works nice and smooth to reveal the transition. This section does take up a substantial amount of the parts assigned to this set, and I understand that this is a playable toy for children, but the roots of the tree that indicate the tunnel are a little bit plain and a little bit unfinished, and the overall angle of the tree really doesn't work for me. Meanwhile, the glow in the dark piece is cool, but the cloud is a little bit small and lame, and the opposing grey cloud side doesn't look right either. The main movement feature on the tree though is really smooth and looks great, and I understand how that angle would work to swipe your minifigures out of the way. One more negative, however, is these collectible tiles. We already collect parts, minifigures, sets. We don't need tiles as well. And where are you supposed to put them? Luckily, the main building in this set is brilliantly done. The fence line really helps set the scene, and the angles on the exterior of this building really make it look authentically run down. I love the snot technique used to fix the chimney to the side of the building and how it transitions on the angle as it goes up. I also love the boarded up windows and the intricacies of the snowfall across the roofs and the icicles hanging down from the ledges. Overall, the geometry of the top floor and how it angles and fixes to the bottom is really clever. This is obviously the part of the set that makes you want to spend the money. Even the interior is pretty good, just enough going on every wall and on the floor space, and the important features, like that piano, really bring the scenes from the film to life. Overall, I'm glad I have got this set, but it's massively overpriced at full retail because of the minifigures, collectible cards, and over-engineered play features. But why I really got this set is because I want to put it into some sort of Halloween / Christmas style mock, and to do that we need a few white base plates. I want to create a Hogsmeade village that has a good strong incline from front to back, leading up to the Shrieking Shack at the very back. What is quite horrifying though is the difference between this very new base plate and my very old base plate. Luckily we'll be covering almost all of that up. I think the hill incline so far is probably looking a little bit too steep, but overall this is what I'm going to be going for. I'm hoping at the back of the mock we'll have room for an actual tunnel underneath the Shrieking Shack. The overall village layout will look something like this, but like I said, it's more of a Halloween / Christmas thing, so we'll have to wait to start building. Meanwhile, we did get some post, which helps us continue with some of our other projects, and coincidentally, it's another sticker sheet for the Honeydukes and 3 broomsticks. I wanted another set of these because I thought a few pieces could help us out with our Leaky Cauldron mock, particularly these dark tan ones and some of the portraits. I also needed some more of those Sirius Black wanted posters for Arthur's conversation with Harry in the Leaky Cauldron. Speaking of the Leaky Cauldron, let's get back to the entrance to Diagon Alley, where I'm tweaking the whole of the Diagon Alley set from its original form onto the new base plates so that we can level it off and work on that entrance into the back of the Leaky Cauldron. By original form, I actually mean a mocked form, because my original Diagon Alley set I immediately mills plated so that I could have a slight incline going from the bottom of Ollivander's all the way up to Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes. Now, you probably noticed in our Shrieking Shack review there was a pretty large looming structure in the background, and this is exactly what I've been working on this week. Now, I've been teasing for a few weeks now a lot of subterranean goodness to come in the future, and that's exactly why I got those large Technic mosaic plates to mount all my builds on. And without giving you a complete history lesson of trains and London, what I've basically gone for is a trench and cover style tunnel that runs in front of Diagon Alley, almost like a cutaway to a subterranean level. As the name suggests, this technique is an old, original underground line technique in which they dug trenches and then put ceilings back on top of them to run the train lines underneath, long before deep tunnel boring was ever invented. I absolutely love Lego's dark red colour, and especially masonry bricks, but I figured it'd be better to blend it in with some standard red, otherwise it would have been pretty part intensive. But the subterranean level isn't just so we can run a train line, it's also because Harry Potter is synonymous, especially in London, for its subterranean wonders. For now, I've just made this one section removable, but it's repeatable across the whole front of Diagon Alley, which will leave us plenty of room to expand a hopefully incoming Gringotts set. And since we still live in a world of speculation that a Gringotts set will come, whether it be early or late next year, for now I thought I'd just take you through some of the footage of one of my favourite places to visit, on which I've visited multiple occasions, which of course is the Warner Brothers studio tour. And since we're in that world of speculation, we may as well live there for a little longer. The tour is full of these original cardboard design models that they use to build the real sets off of. They come in multiple scales and multiple levels of detail, which is great to transfer into your own mock ideas. But the best part is the real life sets. Now, whatever happens with a Lego version of Gringotts, the reality is we're probably going to get the building, we're probably going to get some interior, and we're probably going to get some underground. But there is no way we're going to get anything like the scale of Gringotts Vaults, although you'd hope we'd get some vignette style versions of the most important ones. And let's face it, this is probably just going to be a sticker, although that would be pretty impressive in Technic. Having seen the advent calendar scale cart, you can also assume we're not going to get lengths and lengths of track. But this is exactly where I plan to make the most out of the subterranean level below my Diagon Alley. Whatever they do come up with, I'm sure will be brilliant, but hopefully I can capitalise on that extra real estate and spread out whatever they've got underneath the entire Diagon Alley, maybe even a dragon. With all that being well in my head, let's get back and dig out my old advent calendar set, which I still haven't parted out or placed anywhere. That's not strictly true. I did steal the Leaky Cauldron sign immediately when I built my Leaky Cauldron. Here it is, still as I left it. There are quite a few little treats in here, particularly in terms of Gringotts. A small desk, cart, and a small vault. I'm sure all of these will be useful to go alongside a real Lego set next year. However, although it doesn't seem like I've done much this week, rebasing all of those Diagon Alley sets and building that retaining wall and lifting all those Diagon Alley sets on top actually took quite a while. So that's where we'll leave it for this week. See you on the next one.